Gawr Gura is the undisputed queen of hololive, with almost twice the amount of subscribers and 2 to 3 times the views of Mori Calliope, the next largest member of hololive. Whatever Gura's done and whatever she's doing is working better than most streamers. So what exactly is she doing that's made her so successful? And what lucky elements may have contributed to her growth so that she's become the largest member of HoloMyth? Gura grew in an environment which cannot be replicated because of how the VTubing landscape formed and has since changed. COVID is a great example, since HoloMyth debuted at a time where everyone was forced indoors due to the pandemic and streamer viewership was at an all-time high. On top of this, hololive was one of the most reputable VTuber talent agencies in the West, since many JP talents had managed to get a lot of attention thanks to the efforts of hololive members Fubuki, Matsuri, and others. Gura's possession of a pre-established audience was also probably one of the biggest factors that differentiated between her and other members of hololive EN. Not only did she have the largest audience before hololive, she was also in the same niche, unlike other members who created different forms of content before hololive. This put Gura in a good position to grow, as she not only had the most experience, but also had that older fanbase to draw from. Now, there were two major events which pushed Gura beyond the world of VTubing into more mainstream news back when she first debuted. The first event being the infamous moment, where after technical difficulties, Gura went live, said only the word and then proceeded to immediately leave. However, Gura didn't receive only positive attention. Only a short time after her debut, Gura came under fire by a creator known as Brittany Venti, a known troll and internet personality. Brittany accused Gura of loli baiting, or gathering pedophiles to her channel to monetize, an accusation which didn't exactly go over too well with the VTuber fanbase, and because of its ridiculousness, it went far and pushed Gura even higher in the rankings.
This loli, which is depicted as a prepubescent child, is voiced by somebody, and the person voicing them is, number one, putting on a childish voice. This is not the voice of a woman, but you could say, oh, some women sound childish. Okay, then what about the fact that the loli is pretending to not know how to spell words?
Generally, Brittany Venti has a reputation for being over the top, so this attack helped Gura instead of harming her. There are several elements which combine to form a signature style for Gura. She often acts in ways that make her out to be quite dumb, but also in ways that offer shock comedy to unsuspecting viewers. By acting dumb, Gura can react in a different way from others who act smarter. Normally, when someone plays well, the streamer will react, which will offer a one-time reaction. But by acting dumb, Gura is able to expand her repertoire. She can react, get it wrong, and then realize she got it wrong, and then react once more, turning one situation into 2 or 3 different reactions.
In Australia, we only have the grades 1 to 5, and in Germany, they have the grades 1 to 6. Where's the rest of them? Where's 3, 4? 1 to 6? 1 to 5? You didn't say 3, 4! Wait, did I mess up? No, I think I caught. Wait, what? I'm confused. Is that we have in Australia, we have the grades 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 1 to 5. It's just kidding.
This form of comedy isn't going to be for everyone. A natural criticism would be that it's unnatural or inauthentic. Someone can't always be an idiot, so some will assume it's faked, and others will just get tired of the same old thing over and over again. Sometimes acting dumb can be quite fun for people if it's done as a joke, so a viewer might believe that Gura is being dumb on purpose, yet still enjoy the character Gura plays. Essentially, even if Gura is faking her idiocy, that same brain-deadedness becomes like an inside joke for her fans, and faking her dumbness is only an issue if people want her to be more like her true self, assuming that she is actually faking, which I am not convinced that she is. Gura also tends to focus on using shock value. Since the vast majority of VTuber fans are weebs, comedy focused on shock value tends to be a bit perverted, often focusing on light sexual topics. Since most VTuber fans are Japanese-loving weebs, these moments are often called yabai moments, meaning terrible, dangerous, or risky. A great example of Gura's shock value content is her strange focus on feet from a year ago. During this era, Gura would talk about something, and then out of nowhere, the topic of feet would get brought up, either by viewers or by Gura herself. This resulted in a large amount of compilations, including the most notorious video, Gawr Gura Exhaustive Foot Compilation, created by Flurrybolt, which was also a video that Gura reacted to and which became a key moment in shark history. These yabai moments give Gura a form of gatmoe. Gatmoe is a term which describes a situation where there are inconsistencies created between different character aspects. In Gura's case, she looks like a cute wholesome loli anime character, so the expectation would be that she acts in a cutesy manner, but instead she talks about feet or other unusual topics, which may surprise people new to the stream. This form of contradiction is quite common nowadays in the VTuber scene, as many VTubers enjoy touching on more adult topics. Now, something I do want to touch on quickly is Gura's natural singing talent. Evidently, Gura is a natural singer, being able to sing quite well without ever having formal training. However, how much impact this has had on her sub growth is uncertain. Gura released her first original song in summer 2021, so her singing skills may not have been super influential in her early days, unless the songs she sang were used to compare to her previous identity, allowing her old audience to find her more quickly. Why is Gura the largest member of HoloMyth? Somehow, Gura has managed to surpass her genmates, having twice the amount of the next largest member, Mori Calliope. Since the rest of HoloMyth debuted under similar circumstances, with COVID in the middle of ravaging the world and the entirety of the English-speaking West begging for someone they could understand, one would think that all members of HoloLive EN would grow to the same level of Gura, but this wasn't the case. Now, the specific answer is likely different for each talent. In Kiara and Ina's case, I believe that they just didn't design their streaming for Gura-level audiences. Kiara tried to appeal to both English and Japanese speakers during an era where Japanese VTubers were already a saturated niche, and she also tends to play more niche games, which put her at a bad start compared to her peers. Ina tries for a more relaxing and calming experience, and doesn't seem interested in trying to become the top VTuber. She's happy where she's at, so she doesn't push for higher numbers. Amelia and Mori are the interesting ones when it comes to discussing why they aren't at the same level of Gura. I believe that the reason why Amelia is in third place is because she's been involved in less controversies. Controversy is often free marketing, especially if a creator doesn't do anything wrong. HoloLive in general doesn't do too much to become controversial, and most of the time they are the victims of other people overstepping boundaries. And for some reason, Gura and Mori tend to be the ones who are involved in drama the most. For example, Brittany's Venti's attack on Gura a couple of years ago. Likewise, Mori has been known to call out VTweeters who pretend to be important while making no content, such as in the song Off With Their Heads. And she's also been attacked by prominent members of the traditional music industry. Generally, when someone gets attacked, people like to subscribe to the victim as a show of support, so Gura and Mori having more subscribers may be a result of this unintentional marketing tactic. As for why Mori is behind Gura, it's likely because of her streaming style. Mori doesn't quite have the entertainment experience that Gura has when it comes to memeing and messing around. Generally, a lot of Mori's appeal tends to come from her down-to-earth attitude and mature outlook on life, so the lack of memeish streaming style combined with her dude bro persona may put her behind the always culturally relevant shark with her cutesy loli appearance. Essentially, Gura managed to explode because she was the right person in the right time in the right place. From having natural talent in singing and comedy to joining a reputable company during their most important expansion, during a period of time where everyone was forced to watch streamers on YouTube for entertainment, while simultaneously having a previous audience of close to 1 million followers who wanted more of Gura, to finally having several controversies that Gura came out the winner in all of it, it makes sense that she would be the one to finally reach the top of the VTuber world with 4 million current subscribers.